For just under a year, I've owned this Road Glide. During this time, I've made modifications that include storage, comfort, and safety.
And now is my latest modification to this bike. Actually, two modifications. One, we've got the KST Customs Ornery Apes 12-inch. And we'll get to the reason why I got some new bars on this bike. The other addition is Harley Davidson Airflow heated grips, as it is, let's see, 54 degrees out right now. Not all that cold. However, I am wearing my normal Joe Rocket summer gloves. They're not exactly mesh, but you know, they are not the heavier duty insulated winter gloves that I normally would wear. I have the grip set to 3 at the moment, and I can feel the warmth surrounding me as it is the holiday season. I'm an idiot. All right, anyway, with that buffoonery out of the way, still doing a little bit of harvesting. I guess we got soybeans out there. We got the combine running in the field. Back to what I was talking about here. Now we've got the 12-inch KST Customs Ornery Apes. Installed them myself. That was a little bit of work. Why did I get these bars? Why did I make this upgrade? Well, you know what? The factory bars were a little bit low, and they had me hunched over when I was riding. These, I can already tell I'm up here, and this is my first ride since doing them, so I'm not going to go too far. Just in case I screwed something up on the install, I got to be calling somebody to come give me a ride home. Hopefully that won't happen. Anyway, so the factory bars were down a little bit lower, like here. I mean, they were almost like beach bars, and I've heard other people say that, comment that, you know, the factory bars are kind of like that. The other thing, when doing slow speed parking lot type maneuvers with the factory bars, I definitely, I mean, I would hit on a hard right turn, I would be hitting my leg. So yes, I could have rolled them forward just a little bit, because they do have that locating pin in there from the factory. So I could have rolled them forward just a little bit, and that might have solved it, but it really wouldn't solve the height problem too much. It might have brought it up a touch. Plus, these things just look badass. Sorry, there's no other way to describe it. And I'll tell you what, these heated grips on 3, now that they've, you know, even warmed up a little bit more, I've got, you know, my summer type gloves. We're up to 56 degrees, cruising 50 miles an hour. My hands are cozy. They're toasty. They're not hot, but they are not cold either. It is absolutely a new experience. It's like riding a new bike here with these new bars. It's definitely different, and something that I will be spending some time in the parking lot just to really get a feel. It's like getting a new bike almost. It's crazy. But I wanted to get out here and test these things out, make sure my bike doesn't break down going through some of these country roads. Probably should test out the cruise. Hey, it works. Does it go off? Yes, it does. Beautiful. Okay. Cruise works. I know all my lights and everything work. And I did make the mistake doing the install. We're using the factory clutch cable, factory brake cable, you know, everything. I didn't get any kind of extension harness or anything like that. The wiring, it's a little bit of a challenge. Takes some work, takes some patience and a little bit of time. But with that, you know, if you take your time and you don't force the issue, you should be okay. The other thing I had to do was, if you've ever watched a video on installing bars, you'll know that there's like a plastic tray that holds the throttle-by-wire connector, the turn signal, and the connectors for this bar and the connectors for that bar. You have to take that out. That will give you just a little bit of extra slack that you need, so you're not stretching the bars. I tried doing it without that. I'm thinking, well, you know what, they're only 12s, I probably don't have to do that. But I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit long, so we should probably do that. Well, I disconnected them from the plastic tray, and I forgot to reconnect the right hand side. So I put the instrument bezel back on, turn the key on, I get the needle sweep, everything looks good there. Go to hit the stop start switch, I don't hear the fuel pump run. Yeah, that's weird. Well, I forgot to disconnect those wires. Reconnect those wires, so it wouldn't start. Now, smartly on my part, did not tighten these 2 screws on the side or put this chrome piece back in. Pulled the bezel off and see the wire sitting there. I'm like, you idiot. Alright, so I connected those things back up. Then, of course, I get a check engine light because I tried starting the vehicle with those things disconnected. So I had to jump on the YouTube University and find a little video about reading codes and then clearing codes, and I managed. So I'm going to do a little bit of parking lot here. Also need to shoot some B-roll for this video, which you will have seen in the beginning. That's really it for this one. So far, I love the looks of these things. The install was pretty good. The finish is beautiful. They went together pretty well. It's, like I said, a little bit to get used to, and these heated grips are quite warm, so I'm very happy with those as well. Now we're gonna see, after we do this, we're gonna ride around for a bit longer and see how my back feels and everything like that, and arms on this first ride. Hope you guys are all doing well. And oh, by the way, yeah, I picked these up on a Black Friday sale, 20% off, so saved almost $90 on these bars. I was kind of waiting for that, but it definitely feels different with these things, and I'm sure we'll get used to them as we go along. Guys, hope you're all doing well out there, and that's it.